Now, tonight's top stories in tomorrow's forecast in the first 5 minutes.
The president's national mortgage bailout plan isn't playing well with the NAACP. The organization claims this plan does not help minority borrowers who are already in trouble with their mortgage payments. The NAACP filed a class action lawsuit against more than a dozen lenders, alleging violations of civil rights, the Fair Housing and Equal Credit Acts.
President Bush plan would not even begin to deal with the area where most African Americans are caught up in the subprime lending market. Even when we make our annual take-home is equal to our white counterparts, we're still caught up in subprime lending, which include higher interest rates.
The Bush plan would freeze adjustable rate mortgages, but only for borrowers who are current on payments.
Did big home loan lenders practice racism before the mortgage meltdown? One group's claim, and what they're doing about it now.
Live from WXIA-TV in Atlanta, you're watching 11 Alive News at 11, Atlanta's first newscast in high definition.
Also new tonight, President Bush's plan to freeze interest rates for at least some of the homeowners caught in the mortgage meltdown is coming under fire tonight from the NAACP. The civil rights organization claims the plan is fundamentally racist, offering more help to whites than blacks. 11 Alive's Keith Whitney has the story.
With a catastrophic avalanche of foreclosures predicted for 2008, President Bush unveiled a mortgage bailout plan that will indeed help many homeowners. But millions who are already behind on their payments will likely lose their homes, many of them minorities.
President Bush is only helping white Americans and not those African-American borrowers who have had their lives ripped apart because of the lack of oversight by the government, which allows lenders to engage in racially discriminatory practices.
Over the summer, the NAACP filed a class action lawsuit against some of the biggest names in the mortgage industry. But ironically, many subprime lenders became subprime borrowers themselves and went out of business. The NAACP suit wants them held accountable.
This plan does not evaluate or scrutinize the practices of lending institutions, but instead provides an opportunity to lenders to stave off government investigations.
The NAACP says many minority homeowners who had excellent credit were steered into subprime loans, often paying 2% or more above whites with the same scores.
We're not talking about folks who have substandard credit. We're talking about credit-worthy African Americans who were denied opportunities to fully participate in the American dream because they were shepherded towards programs and products which were subprime in nature.
Now, the civil rights group says a report by the Federal Home Loan and Mortgage Company shows that Hispanics and blacks are routinely hit with higher basis points when applying for home loans, and that means they end up paying thousands more dollars than they need to. Live in the newsroom, Keith Whitney, 11 Live News Tonight.